Splash RV Resort in Milton, Florida. This is one I had followed for a couple of years as they got ready for opening. And it's a large campground with a lot of sites, as you can see here. The only advice I'll give you is do not get a site over on the back end near Interstate 10 because the road noise is pretty constant. And I don't imagine that would be a great way to spend the weekend. Now, thankfully, I knew about that going in, so I reserved a spot on the other side of the campground, very close to the common area, as we called it, where all the water amenities and activities and things were happening. I really like the layout of the campground. The sites don't seem kind of stacked on top of each other or like a parking lot like we've experienced at some other RV resorts. And lots of shade and plenty of privacy and space between you and the next camper. As you can see on our site here, there was nobody really right behind us, which was nice, and nobody in front of us because all we could see out of our camper was the water amenities. So we had plenty of room to hang out on our campsite when we wanted to, and if you follow my channel, you know we always eat really well, and we just like to hang out on our campsite at night and watch TV a little bit, and we were able to do that with some privacy, so that's nice. The big draw for us, as usual, was the water amenities. We were there for spring break in 2023, and my review can only I can only tell you how our experience was in 2023. If things change between now and when you watch this, I can't help that. But the common area is pretty large, laid out well with lots of walking paths and shade and plenty of chairs for people to sit, watch the kiddos. They had a little splash pad. They had a long lazy river, which if you again, if you follow my channel, you know I'm a sucker for a good lazy river. So this one took almost 3.5 minutes to go around the lazy river one time. I wasn't crazy about the rules. They were kind of strict on the lazy river. I'll get into that later. And we were there for spring break, and we never found it to be too crowded on the lazy river, which was nice because it's so large. They have Gaga Ball in the common area, which my daughters like. They had a tiki bar set up there for beverages for the adults near the pool. And of course, 2 water slides was the big draw for us. When I first saw that they had water slides, I was like, oh, we're going to have to check this place out. They had 2 different ones. One was covered and one was open air. And they were a lot of fun. They did have an adult area with a hot tub that got kind of crowded during the day. And then we always like to take in a little night swimming. Things closed a little early for our liking, but we were able to get some night swimming in nonetheless. They had plenty of food and beverage options over in this area. Like I said, they had a tiki bar. They also had a beer garden, and they had a couple of food trucks. It seemed like they alternate each day. They had ice cream, and the menu was pretty good over there. We actually ate dinner over there our last night at the campground. Had good burgers and fries and some dessert options. So that was very convenient for us, especially being so close to that area. We mostly hung out and enjoyed the water amenities for most of the trip. A couple things I'll tell you. We were disappointed that they had no non-alcoholic frozen options at the tiki bar for the kids. Like they couldn't get a virgin pina colada or anything, which seemed odd and a missed opportunity on their part to make some more money. The water slide was only open for 4 hours each day during spring break because they said they needed 2 lifeguards for the slide, which has not been the case at other campgrounds, so that was very disappointing. Everything kind of closed too early for us. We enjoy hanging out and meeting other couples and stuff, so 8 o'clock seemed early. And they wouldn't even let you have a bottle of water on the lazy river. No beverages at all, which really seemed odd and has not been the case at other campgrounds, so I'm not sure why they were so strict on that. And overall, they need more planned activities for kids. I think scavenger hunts and different things would be a lot of fun. They do have a neat option there for people that don't own an RV. They had these covered wagons that had a big communal fire pit outside, and they're very nice on the inside. So this would be a good option for you if you don't own an RV and don't really want to rough it, as some people would say, but you would still get access to all the water amenities, which would be nice. And then they had some cabins you could rent too, which I didn't get inside of one of those. I found this picture online, but they look very nice. So I'll let you see their website for pricing. We left one time and went down to Navarre Beach for a good seafood dinner because it was only about 20 minutes away. We went to Dewey Destin, which had a great menu and offered dining out on the sand. They had the table set up with a great, you could see Navarre Beach across the way, and we were able to sit out there, and the food was really good. We got a crab dip. My girls always go for the crab legs whenever available, and I got my fried platter that I always get. A couple things about the campground I'll tell you. Great Wi-Fi. We were able to stream anything we wanted, but no cable TV. So that, you know, the streaming option might not work for everybody, and that seemed odd to me to have such a all these amenities at this RV resort with no cable TV. But hey, I guess it works for them. They did have water, electric, and sewage. As I mentioned, the sites are very spacious. Lots of old trees. They didn't come in and bulldoze everything down, so there was lots of shade, which was very nice. And then the pad was very easy for parking because it was a very large level pad, which made it easy when we set up. But you know, any of the negative I've mentioned would not keep us from going back, and I highly recommend you give them a shot for yourself. Splash RV Resort in Milton, Florida. Thanks for watching my video, and would love it if you could like it and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you next time.